Then Texas Republican Congressman McCaul. He's the GOP leader on the House Foreign Affairs Committee, also chairman emeritus of the China Task Force. Thank you for joining us. Right man, right spot, sir. We talked about this a couple of months ago when we heard this thing may be going on. Now there's some actual arrests. Congressman, if China, the CCP, is putting a group that they call there's some sort of military police within our cities, how would we possibly let this happen? And how many more of them are there?
Well, it's amazing this happened in New York. You know, the DA can't fight real crime. But thank God, Department of Justice came in with these indictments. This is, I was a federal prosecutor. Even back in my time, China was trying to influence our election in 1996. They've always tried to infiltrate the United States. That's the reason why Secretary Pompeo shut down the Houston consulate in my backyard, is because it became an operation for espionage. The idea that the PRC would open a police station in New York City it's just over the top, but right in line with the spy balloon, with TikTok surveillance on our phones. My recent trip to Taiwan, where they circled the island and sanctioned me. China's getting very bold and aggressive. And to your point at the beginning of your show, it's because we have a president that projects weakness, not strength. And that has emboldened China to become more aggressive in its behavior.
Congressman, you know as well as I do, in D.C., in Embassy Row, every foreign country puts an embassy there so they can spy on us. We do the same thing to them. What this basically looks like to me is if you're putting these police stations in some of our major cities, you're looking to spy on us. You're not looking to keep any sort of calm or peace about, right? This thing was all about, like you point out, that spy balloon wasn't just a leisurely, jaunt across the United States. They were collecting data.
That's right. These are not police stations to protect Americans. They are like satellites of their embassy to spy on Americans, unregistered agents of a foreign power, and they deserve to be prosecuted. By the way, that spy balloon did a lot of damage over 3 major nuclear sites and our B-2 bomber locations. And it was that was all transmitted back to the mothership in Beijing. And worst of all of it, Eric, is that when you look at the components of the spy balloon, it's made in America. Now, we got to stop selling technology to China that they then put in their spy balloons and in their hypersonic weapons that can then be turned against the United States.
Yeah, Congressman, I got to tell you, when the spy balloon happened and the Biden administration came out, John Kirby came out, Jean-Pierre came out, and they said, nothing to see here. We're covering up all our important stuff. BS, they were collecting data now in hindsight. It's always a conspiracy theory, Congressman, until it's not, And about, it's some of the most accurate reporting happens to start out conspiracy theory. Very quickly, just about half a minute. So China's making a lot of moves globally. They're trying to hook up with Russia. They're trying to hook up with Iran and Saudi Arabia for oil. They want to take us down, don't they?
Oh, that's their goal is very clear. The 100-year marathon. If you look at what Chairman Xi says before his own Congress, is he wants reunification of Taiwan, where I just came back from, but they also want global dominance, both economic and militarily. They're not shy in their language. They speak very clearly about what their intentions are. It's just that we're not waking up to this. Yeah. I think COVID was a wake-up call on supply chain and the threat from Communist China, but there's no question in my mind what their
COVID. There's this link to the Bidens. We know there's a link to Hunter Biden. Now maybe big guys 10%. This whole incestuous, apparently incestuous relationship between Biden's, this administration, and China has got to go. It needs to be investigated. Congressman McCaul, appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Eric. Thanks for having me.